One UI, MIUI 12.5, and stock Android. We're going to talk about some of the differences in the user experience today. Hey guys, my name is Mitchell. I'm fluent in tech, so you don't need to be. And if you guys want to go ahead and ask me questions, Twitter or the links down below is the best place to do it. And as always, check out TechFluent. It's my project I'm currently working on, and it's how I can support myself during this pandemic. Now over here we have .os, which is essentially an Android open source ROM. It's giving you something extremely close to the Google Pixel experience in regards to design elements. This is running on my Xiaomi Mi Pad 4, and I did a whole video about the Mi Pad 4 and restoring it from the dead. Link to that video up here. On this side we have my Galaxy S20 FE. This is running a debloated stock One UI firmware as opposed to the AT&T specific firmware. Here we have the Redmi Note 10 Pro running Xiaomi EU, which is a custom ROM based on the stock ROM, but it's what I would tell people is the closest thing you're going to get to like a smooth, bug-free, optimized version of MIUI for your devices without going to a bunch of Android open source bullshit. Now, the first thing I want to go over is here on the Xiaomi device, on the home screen, we have Google Feed. We have something similar to that, but it's a Samsung specific one. And of course, on the Pixel experience, we're going to have the Google Feed as it normally is. All of these ROMs are going to support the swipe up from the corner gestures, as you guys can see. And on MIUI, at least on Xiaomi EU and on the global ROM, you can have this little search bar at the bottom, which I like. It's closer to stock Xiaomi, or it's closer to stock Android. And here on the S20 FE, we don't have an option for a non-Bixby search. I'll show you guys right here. Home screen layout, no. Screen grid, no. So we don't have any type of quick search built into the home screen to give us access to Google search. Next one I want to talk about is multitasking. Now, Xiaomi, you're going to have one of two different multitasking layouts. You can choose to have the 4, or you can choose to have one that's closer to how it is with Samsung and stock Android, with all of them right here. Both Xiaomi EU and MIUI normally, as well as One UI, both have the option to clear all your apps open, which is something that I definitely appreciate. Now, one thing that I miss about Xiaomi EU and just MIUI in general is the ability to pin open apps, which is something that is a great way to keep apps in the foreground and keep them from forced closing. It's definitely one of those little tweaks that I miss. Next one I want to talk about is customizability in the start menu. Now with the Xiaomi start menu, you can choose to have your notifications all on one kind of feed, and then swipe over to have your control center, which is something I do genuinely like. With One UI, you are forced to the more standard Google quick settings, right? This is very much bringing all... Where did my light go? So in quick settings, I like that I have the ability to choose this if I want to have notifications and quick settings together like this. I also like that all my devices for my smart home stuff are displayed here. Now we do also have that in One UI, but it's a separate menu. It's something that I wish was more integrated into the start menu. Both of them you can choose to access the smart menu when your device is locked, so you don't have to unlock your device to turn your lights on or off. Both of them have the ability to have the app drawer. Now, a little nitpick, I like the Xiaomi app drawer, the way it's the continuous vertical scroll. Samsung, you scroll back and forth. Both of them allow you to go ahead and hide apps. Although on Xiaomi, it's a little bit more difficult. On Samsung, you can hide apps quite easily, and it's like kind of just part of the launcher, which is something that allows you to have a slightly cleaner like app drawer more seamlessly. One of the next big features that I wanted to bring up regarding MIUI versus One UI is that in One UI, the camera polish and the camera features are really they're just a lot better. I don't know how else to explain it. You have night mode on all of your lenses as opposed to on Xiaomi's MIUI, which is a big disappointment. And this is something that's been the same on all of my Xiaomi devices ever. No night mode on the other devices. Also, for the video, you're going to have the ability to choose the microphones that you want. If you want to use a Bluetooth microphone, not built-in microphone, a full-on USB microphone, and it gives you the ability to monitor that stuff. And it's a much better pro mode in regards to just having all of the features. And then also, while you're recording video on the Samsung device, you are able to change the lens that's recording without having to stop your video. This is something that you can't do on any of the Xiaomi devices other than the Mi 11 Ultra. And this is just one of those little tweaks in the system UI, in the features, in the software that set these devices apart, in my opinion. Both devices offer a robust theming engine and the ability to change icons. As you guys can see, I have a Google Pixel icon pack on my S20 FE. As you guys can see, it looks like the stock Google Pixel icons, which I like. Both of these allow you to go ahead and disable apps, which is nice. Although Xiaomi has a lot more stock apps, and you can disable most of the stock Xiaomi apps from within the system without having to go into ADB. I cannot necessarily disable a lot of these Samsung apps from the app itself, right? I'm not able to disable the stock calendar app, which is something that I really do appreciate with Xiaomi. The other thing that I want to talk about really quick is kind of the customizability for the status bar. With Xiaomi, we have a lot more customizability in MIUI than we do in One UI. The other thing that I prefer about MIUI as opposed to One UI in this specific circumstance is the fact that the assistant for MIUI on the global variant is Google. And so because of that, they don't have another assistant that they're trying to push on you. Now, if you have a China device, you'd have the Xiao AI, which is a Mandarin only assistant. For Samsung, we have Bixby. I really am not a fan of Bixby. I've disabled Bixby. I've tried to take it out as much as possible. The fact that I can't reprogram the side button for Bixby is a huge bummer in my opinion. And I just think that if Samsung gave me some more tweaks in regards to kind of the way MIUI does, it would really give me a user experience that is perfect. Because in regards to features, in regards to just like the user experience, I do prefer MIUI in quite a few ways. But even then, there's like tons of bugs in MIUI. Look, as you guys can see here, clock. What the hell? Like, what the hell, Xiaomi? Whereas with One UI, I haven't had any of these bugs. The other thing that I wanted to touch on really quick, and I want to know if you Samsung users have experienced this, is apps being put to deep sleep and then getting the notification for them kind of after I pick up the device. Not a big deal because all my chat apps I get the notifications for very promptly. Just something in the One UI experience I wanted to touch on for you guys. If you guys want me to do other videos comparing this stuff, comparing it to kind of the features that I have in .os, let me know in the comment section down below or hit me up on Twitter where I've been super active with you guys. And until next time, it's been Mitchell. Everyone stay safe. Peace.